go to Vegas a couple of times since I was here last. I absolutely love going to Vegas. I was there for a friend of mine's wedding. He was marrying a stripper in Vegas. Yeah, if you've never been to a stripper's wedding, it's fascinating. They start the bridal march and the DJ goes, "All right, guys, get your dollar bills out." All the bridesmaids are in bikinis and thigh-high boots. The daddy-daughter dance was a little awkward as she was out there dancing by herself. That always gets awes. I love having strippers' families in the showroom. That was the second time I got to go to Vegas recently. The other time was I went to a friend of mine's bachelor party in Vegas. Yeah, now that is a party. He's a gay man, so he was getting gay married, or as he called it, married. I learned something there too. I learned that there are levels of gay. I did not know this. He tells me he is a golden gay, which means he is an adult gay man who has never been with a woman. I found that fascinating, but then I learned there's a level beyond that. The platinum gay. Born by C-section, never touched one, never will. I have to say, I love being back here at the Looney Bin. You guys are some of the best audiences I get to perform for across the nation. And I don't say that to pander. I was in Alabama recently. Had a crowd that would not shut up. Last straw was the guy on the front row looked up at me and he goes, "I think I can take you, boy. You look like a pussy." Like, holy shit, when was the last time he saw one? The 70s? I think they're all clean shaven now. Trust me, this is 50 Shades of Grey nobody wants to see down here. Got to go to New Orleans not too long ago. I love New Orleans. I love any town where a nickel's worth of beads will get you closer to second base than dinner and a movie will here. I made a mistake, though. I went to New Orleans with my mother. Yeah, never do that. There is nothing worse than walking down Bourbon Street with your mother, showing off her boobs for beads, by lifting up her skirt. Half the ladies in the audience are like, "That's not funny." You are warned from an early age that gravity is not your friend, that these are going to become these. That cute little butterfly tattoo is going to turn into a condor. That's why during sex I always do this. That right there's a titty time machine. 40, 20, 40, 20, 60, 20. I don't have the knees for that anymore. Here's the thing, though. You young guys in the audience, you don't laugh too hard, because the same thing happens to us, only it's a little further south. Yeah, nobody warned me one of these days I was going to have to wear board shorts to keep from freeballing. Or ask the girl I was teabagging if she could deep throat. I'm so sorry they set you guys on the front row for this. It's okay, sir. It doesn't make you gay to look. Makes me gay to be excited that he's looking, but it doesn't make you gay to look. Oh, my goodness. I am getting older, though. I enrolled my youngest son in college this year. Yeah, my youngest is in college. Let me tell you, it has changed since I was there. I was flipping through his catalog, and I saw a seminar called G-Spot and the Female Orgasm. They did not have that class when I was in school. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't under mythology. Oh, like you guys have seen one. The female orgasm's a lot like Bigfoot. There's video, but we're pretty sure all of that's faked. But there are guys that'll spend years in the bush trying to find out. I love getting to do stand-up comedy. I actually have a day job because I'm an MC and not a headliner. I'm a practicing attorney for a living. I got a woo. Most of the time people look up here and go, "No, you're not. You're the guy that stands up when the judge says, 'Will the defendant please rise?'" I know the chin pubes, the prison tats throw everybody off. But that's because I'm also a dyed-in-the-wool Harley rider, which means whether I'm at the biker bar or at the golf course, I'm probably going to have to kick my ass out. I don't want my type around there. I come by this confusion naturally, though. I come from a screwed-up household. My mother, college-educated, master's degree. My father, redneck. Yeah, we were the only trailer in the park with a lending library. We learned how to pair our wine with our ramen noodles. Did you know Boone's Farm goes with all the ramen flavors? And being an attorney, I get asked my opinion on the legal matters of the day. One of the big ones lately has been states are passing laws to allow women to breastfeed publicly. I'm going to go on record and say I do not have an issue with this. Has to be other women that do. Because you know any guy looking at that is going, I'll have what he's having. Make it a double. My sister-in-law, though, she has taken that to a whole new level. She has figured out how to breastfeed her son while he is in his car seat. I mean, they're both in the back seat because he's 12. No, I was traveling with them recently. My brother had to hit the brakes all of a sudden. All I hear from the back seat is, poor girl got niplash. And my nephew needed his diaper changed. I'm not good with babies. I'm going to tell you, they make me nervous. They seem so fragile. They feel like you're always going to break them. So I have made it a rule. I do not hold a child that is not directly related to me unless the mother's really hot. Then if I break it, I'm willing to replace it. I took him into one of those changing stations, you know, that they have, laid him in there, strapped him in real careful, closed it, opened it back up. Nothing changed, except now he's crying. So I closed it again real hard. Oh, it's just a joke. He's alive. I am a married gentleman. I have been married for 16 years now. That's how excited she is about that. Let me tell you, you young people in here that have not been married long or are thinking about getting married, sex changes after 16 years of marriage. After 16 years of marriage, sex is a lot like the McRib. It's available for a limited time, twice a year. And you're so excited to get it, you don't realize they quit improving on it 20 years ago. Hell, if I'm having sex, it's time to change the batteries in the smoke detector. And if I'm getting a blowjob, I'm not telling her. Another question I get asked as an attorney is if I think weed ought to be legalized here like it is out in Colorado. I don't know that I should get a vote on that. I don't think it's a good idea because I do stand-up comedy. Can you imagine if this club, instead of having a 2-drink minimum, had a 2-joint minimum? I'd never have to write another joke, just stand up here and throw goldfish and M&Ms. Hell, I could stand up here and sing Phantom of the Opera as Kermit the Frog and you guys would laugh. Think of me, piggy, when you close your eyes. See, a round of Wonka weed, that would have got a standing ovation. I need to get out of here so you can get your feature up here, but I'm going to tell you one more thing real quick before I go. Life is short. Enjoy every moment you can. And I say that because I have had 3 strokes in my life. If you have not had one of those, don't bother. Half your body just quits working. For me, it was my right half. I had my first stroke while riding my Harley. Yeah, you know where your brakes are on a Harley? They're all on your right side. I was screwed. I was more screwed than an emo girl in high school. I was more screwed than a tube sock at Comic-Con. I was more screwed than an altar boy with a pretty mouth. I mean, I was screwed. Not the worst. No. I wish it were. The worst was my second stroke. I had my second stroke while riding my wife. Yeah, you know, they say if you think somebody's having a stroke, have them stick out their tongue. If they are, it'll turn off to one side. Same thing happens to the hog. It was like, who am I kidding? I'm a middle-aged white guy. It went, I looked down at my wife. I said, babe, I don't think I can get off. She looked up at me and she said, neither can I with you making faces. That's my time. I'm C.R. Parsons. Thank you guys very much.